What if I told you there was a single class that could boost your child's future income by 8% regardless of what career they chose? Now, this isn't just for tech workers. This is for everybody. That's exactly why computer science education does. And it's why over 250 of America's top CEOs just signed an open letter demanding that it become a graduation requirement. Yet, shockingly, only 12 states require computer science classes. We're talking about just one class. We're not talking about the whole thing. While countries like China, Singapore, and Brazil have already made it a mandatory nationwide. So this education gap isn't just threatening individuals' futures, it's putting America's entire economic position at risk. So we're talking about $660 billion in untapped economic potential each year. This isn't just about coding, it's about whether the next generation will thrive or struggle in an AI-powered world. The stakes couldn't get higher, and I'm going to show you why. So let's dive into this today. Welcome to Startup Hack. I'm Spencer, and here at Startup Hack, we train software developers and build custom software solutions for companies. With a decade of executive leadership as a fractional CTO and 25 years in software development, I've mastered transforming tech teams and products. All right, so new data from the University of Maryland confirms that a single high school CS course boosts early career earnings by 8% for all students going into all studies. That wage boost applies regardless of whether students attend college or what career they ultimately pursue. Now, I run into this all the time where I hear people who say, well, but I'm not technical. Okay, like we live in 2025. The I'm not technical thing is only going to fly for so much longer. And as AI comes into every corner of our life, the I'm not technical is going to get even worse and create a greater divide. So with my 25 years in software development, I think you might say I'm biased, but I've actually seen firsthand how technology literacy creates opportunities even in non-technical roles. I've made all of my 5 kids learn to write code, not because I expect any of them to go into computers. And actually so far, 3 of them are now grown adults and they haven't gone into computers. But I believe that it helps them in the way that they think, the way they understand technology, and the fact that they're not scared of technology. But this economic advantage is precisely why forward-thinking countries like South Korea and Singapore have already made computer science mandatory. The economic case alone should make this a no-brainer for policymakers who care about American prosperity. Now, while we debate about this, countries like China, Brazil, South Korea, Singapore, and many others have already mandated computer science education. The World Economic Forum in 2025, a Future Jobs report ranks AI and big data as the fastest growing skill in the workplace. 2/3 of employers plan to hire specifically for AI expertise in the next 5 years, according to that same report. Now, I have a lot of years in development, and it shows that early exposure to computational thinking creates exponential advances later. Now, I'm not saying that everybody has to go into computer science, but America's global leadership in technology is genuinely at risk if we continue graduating students without some fundamental skills. People need to know how these machines are working, and even one basic computer science class helps with this. Now, this isn't just an educational fad, it's an economic and national security imperative. So let me show you this letter here that I'm talking about here, because I'm not making this up, guys. Like, I know you think, Spencer, he's biased, he's trying to teach people how to code and all that. Sure, whatever. This is a real thing. If a single economic class could close the wage gap, unlock $660 billion in education potential. Just one high school computer science course boosts wages by 8% for all students, regardless of their career path or whether they attend college. Now, who's with us? These are 250 CEOs. Now, of course, you're going to say, of course, it's Microsoft. Well, right. No, but it's Etsy, it's LinkedIn, it's Zoom, it's GitHub. Well, of course, you'd expect it from GitHub, right? But it's the LA Clippers. It's Accenture. It's Girls Who Can Code. Okay, that one's not a big surprise, right? But I'm just jumping through some of these, right? These are a lot of different CEOs of a lot of different companies, and the list keeps going, right? Like this is the long list here, and I'll put the link down below, right? But it's Mainstay, which is these guys do loans, right, for companies. It's like Model N. It's not all of these are computer technology people, right? This is showing how much everybody thinks. And so I think that list has gotten a lot more than 250 now at this point. So even in the time since I've written this, it looks like that list is still continuing to grow. Now, the biggest misconception is that computer science education is only for kids who want to become programmers. I tell my kids all the time, learn to code, understand how technology works, then take it into some other skill set. This is going to be important as we see AI starting to come into every point of our life, because AI is going to need to be watched for the next 20 to 40 years until it continues to grow past where we can trust it. And during this time, during this next generation, we need to have humans who's checking AI. AI is really powerful. There's a ton of new tools that are going to come about. We're building some awesome tools. You can check out Startup Hack and check out some of the stuff that we're doing. And we're building a lot of this for clients too. So if you have needs for your company, reach out to us. You can check out startuphack.com/Spencer, because one of my teams would love to help you out. But my point to this is that computer science teaches fundamental problem-solving skills that benefits everyone from artists to zoologists. Now, I've consistently found that computational thinking skills make people more effective in any role, but it also gives you exposure to technology and how it's going to work. Modern computer science education isn't just about coding. It's about understanding the systems that run our world. We don't teach literature because everyone's going to become a novelist, and we shouldn't limit computer science education to future developers. Computer literacy in the AI era is rapidly becoming an essential as reading and writing. In fact, in some ways, it might be more important because you need to know how these machines are going to work. Now, currently, affluent communities offer stronger computer science programs, while many other schools offer nothing at all. This creates a huge, stark digital divide where access to fundamental career skills depends entirely on your zip code. And after 2 decades mentoring developers from all backgrounds, I've seen how early exposure creates massive advantages. Making computer science a graduation requirement is the only way to ensure every student gets exposure to these critical skills. Students can't develop interest in something they've never been exposed to, and this mandatory class will create opportunities for discovery. So we have a moral obligation to equalize access to these skills that will define economic success. Now, AI isn't eliminating the need for computer science education. It's making it infinitely more important. Students need to understand how these systems work effectively and how they collaborate with other AI rather than being replaced by it. Every technological advance has increased demand for technology literate workers. And again, if I hear another person come and be like, well, I'm not technical. Guess what? You live in 2025. Your own car is now technical. AI tools are amplifiers of human capabilities, but only those who understand how to direct and control them. Countries that develop AI literate populations will have massive competitive advantages in the global economy. We need to prepare students to be creators of AI, not just consumers being manipulated by algorithms they don't understand. Now, implementing a CS graduation requirement doesn't require scrapping existing curriculum. It can be integrated throughout. Many states allow computer science to count towards existing math or science requirements, creating flexibility for schools and students. I would personally argue that computer science is actually more applicable than, say, like understanding different other sciences, right? In my work, transforming tech teams, I found that even basic computational literacy dramatically improves collaboration capabilities. I think it's just as important to understand how computers work as it is to understand the cells in our body. States like South Carolina that implemented computer science requirements actually saw overall graduation rates increase, not decrease. Female participation in computer science has grown exponentially in states with mandatory computer science education. The practical challenges of implementation are far outweighed by the demonstrated benefits to students and society, especially where AI can come in to help now. Computer science education fundamentally teaches structured problem solving and logical thinking. I think it does a lot of the stuff that you hear about people saying that we should learn math is to learn this. I think computer science teaches it actually better than math. Studies show that students who take computer science courses improve in reading, writing, math, and science, and it enhances all learning. Now, I've seen how computational thinking creates more systematic approaches to complex problems. These aren't just coding skills, they're thinking frameworks that apply to everything from business challenges to personal decisions. So in a world flooded with misinformation, the logical and analytic skills from computer science education are more valuable than ever. Countries prioritizing computer science education are investing in a population better equipped to tackle tomorrow's challenges. Computer science education is one of the rare issues with strong support across the political spectrum. Both progressive educators focus on equity and conservative business leadership recognize its economic necessity. Now, I know I hear a lot of you guys out there going, oh yeah, of course, the guy who runs a coding boot camp. Our coding boot camp is actually changing a lot right now. We're actually working with multiple states. Right now, we're just approved in Utah. We're getting work in other states where we're actually taking this and turning it into a registered apprentice. So I'm actually hiring everybody who comes through my computer my coding boot camps right now. So I'm trying to spit out. But all 50 states need to take some steps towards computer science education. This is not about me and the profit of a school or something, because anybody who thinks that is totally missing my point. Over 100,000 teachers have already started teaching computer science, creating momentum we can build upon. And with AI, they can get help with those answers. They don't have to be a computer science expert to be able to teach it. This is a genuine opportunity to make meaningful education reform that transcends typical political divides. Now, if your company has systems that aren't connected, reach out to us, because here at Startup Hack, our specialty is connecting systems to help your company work like a well-oiled machine. Check out startuphack.com/Spencer. Now, parents overwhelmingly support computer science educations in all polls, right? When they understand that its practical benefit is beyond coding. Many parents who struggled with technology themselves want better preparation for their children in the digital economy. My experience training developers has shown that parents become advocates once they see how computer science enhanced traditional education. The most common question I get from parents was, why wasn't this available when I was in school? Families from all backgrounds recognize that digital literacy is fundamental to their children's future opportunities. Parent advocacy has been driving force behind successful computer science education initiatives in many states. Now, parents, teacher preparation is a critical bottleneck, right? And I get that, but with AI now, it's going to make that even easier. A teacher can put a program in and actually learn about this. Teachers can learn faster. And so I don't really want to have that be the way with so many YouTube videos, with so much different free literature out there in so many different ways. And I'm not even touting my own boot camp, because we actually don't target high school kids. We actually want to go for the working force who are 18 to 24 years old. Those are our ideal candidates. So again, this is not for any benefit to me, but I think that overall it's going to benefit all of society. The unprecedented coalition of over 250, and I think it's a lot longer list now, CEOs who are backing this mandatory computer science education shows this isn't just an academic issue. These aren't just tech CEOs. They include leaders from airlines, retail, finance, and every major economic sector. My connection with executives across industries confirm that they're desperate for employees with more computational skills. I don't care if you're just going to become a salesman. You're still better if you have good technical skills. Companies are putting money behind their advocacy, funding teacher training programs and curriculum. This industry coalition represents trillions in market value and millions of jobs. They understand what skills are needed. So the path to nationwide computer science education requires state-by-state policy changes and investments. Students, parents, educators, and business leaders must unite to advocate for these essential requirements. I think that with the advancements in AI, those that are not trained in computer science by at least a little bit are going to get left behind. And I believe this is an important education reform for our generation. If we succeed, I think this will help the U.S. We'll create an unprecedented economic opportunity and cement Americans' technological leadership. If we don't, we risk condemning other generations to competing in tomorrow's economy without good skills. The time for debate is over. We really need to move forward to make computer science education part of our base curriculum. Again, I'm not saying everybody has to learn to code. This is about learning so that you can help to close those gaps. Now, what are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I love to have a great discussion. Best compliment you can give me is leave a comment down below. Here at Startup Hack, we love to train software developers, and we love to build custom software solutions for companies. Reach out, because we'd love to help. You can check out startuphack.com/Spencer, and here's some information about our consulting services.
Hi, my name is Spencer Thomason, and I'm a fractional CTO. With over a decade of executive leadership and a solid 25 years in software development, I've mastered the art of transforming technology teams and products. So what is a fractional CTO? This is where you can contract someone like myself to come into your organization and get the benefits of a seasoned CTO without having to employ me full time. In today's fast-paced world, efficiency, security, and product scaling aren't just goals, they're necessities. My passion is building impactful products and enhancing organizational efficiencies through technology. From startups to small businesses, my approach leverages lean methodologies to not just meet but exceed your strategic goals. Whether it's through executive mentoring, cloud system architecture, or launching a minimum viable product swiftly, my aim is to make a significant impact right from the start. Recognized in the Arizona startup ecosystem, my journey has been about creating value and fostering innovation. I have led technology for companies like GoDaddy, SRP, and Wells Fargo and turned challenges into milestones. I've taken this learning and launched 7 of my own brands, and now I want to help you. So if you're looking for a fractional CTO who brings a wealth of experience, strategic vision, and a proven track record, let's connect. Together we can build technology that not only drives your business forward, but also makes a difference. Technology leadership redefined to fit your needs. So reach out today.